Hi everybody, Jeff Yastine here. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook and on Twitter at Jeff Yastine. So what have I been saying? What have I been saying? What have I been saying? Well, in past weeks, I've noted that the pending COVID vaccine news, phase 3 testing updates from the likes of Pfizer, Moderna, and AstraZeneca would radically change our markets from pessimism to optimism. And on Monday morning, with Pfizer and BioNTech noting positive results, that's exactly what happened. And I expect more of the same with similar announcements from the other major vaccine players in the next few weeks. So where to from here? Well, number one, try to stifle your FOMO urge, your fear of missing out. Do not just go out and buy the same old tech stocks, the work from home tech plays that you've probably been buying since last summer. If you're trading day to day, that's one thing. But if you're looking to invest and speculate on longer time frames, in my opinion, it's the worst thing you can do. Those are becoming yesterday's news, and that's why the NASDAQ was only up a little bit yesterday, while the S&P 500 and the Dow were up a lot more on a percentage basis. So it's a whole new ballgame we're going into here. You don't have to rush, but you shouldn't be waiting either to make the most of this opportunity. In the past few weeks, the main thing I've been saying is that for the overall stock market to head higher does not mean that tech stocks have to really go down or go down all that much. The main thing is that lagging sectors like energy, financials, and industrials, and we can throw in the travel and transportation stocks I've mentioned as well, those have to start pulling their weight. And I think that's exactly what's beginning to happen here. So this is a list of all the stocks I've recommended in my videos on the Wealth Press YouTube channel since I came on here basically at the beginning of August or the end of July. Now, I track all of them. Not every stock that I talk about will always go up, of course. I have my share of duds, but I'm just as interested as you are in keeping score of these kinds of things. And as we look down the chart, nearly everything that I've mentioned in the last 3 months exploded higher on Monday. What's less obvious, unless you track your own stuff day to day, week to week like I do, is that many of these stocks have been quietly pulling higher for weeks now. Monday's explosion was really just the most noticeable headline-worthy part. For instance, I recommended energy stocks like Chevron, Exxon, and Valero in a video October 5th. They were trading at or below their book values when I talked about all this. The only remaining catalyst was to get a jump start on global economic growth, and I think the forthcoming COVID vaccine news is providing that. So no wonder these are all up double digits yesterday and over the past month. I first mentioned that I like the cruise line stocks, Royal Caribbean, RCL and Carnival, CCL, in a video with my colleague Roger Scott. That was back on August 12th. And those stocks are now as much as 37% higher as of Monday afternoon. Both of these have steadily drifted higher with occasional downdrafts since August. And each step of the way, I've said stay with them, buy on weakness if you don't own them already. And they reflect all the bad news. There's lots of good news, not just on vaccine developments, but in the lifting of the CDC's no sail order recently, and the scrapping of old cruise ships, which has a tendency to help raise ticket prices that have not been factored in yet. And so we're only getting to that point now. The airline stocks are largely the same story. I recommended Southwest, Allegiant Air, and Delta in late August. All three are also up double digits yesterday. Likewise, I mentioned the possibility of rising interest rates and recommended financial stocks like Aflac, AFL, that was in late August, and Bank of America, BAC, in October. And since then, Aflac is up double digits with a runway to rise a lot more. And since Bank of America is also up double digits since I recommended it 3 weeks ago. So can you still buy any of these stocks here? And the answer is yes. But of course, it also depends on what kind of trader you are, what kind of time frame. Now, I don't expect it to be straight up from here. On days when the big boys on Wall Street are selling their tech stocks, it has a tendency to drag down the rest of the market because tech tech stocks make up such a large portion of the overall indexes. But to me, given Pfizer's COVID vaccine news, the key here is to look forward through the windshield, if you will, for my stocks, the ones that I recommend, the ones that I like, and to me, the view looks pretty good from here. I'm Jeff Yastine. Make sure to keep following us on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook and on Twitter. We'll talk to you later.